So we're on our way to court right now to meet Mark, who you may remember from our last video. He was arrested by police in London after he held up a sign denouncing Hamas as terrorist. And we're on our way to court to meet him for his bail application to find out what his next few months are going to look like. So we're now here at Highbury Corner Magistrates Court, just waiting for Mark to turn up for his bail application, and then we can find out what the next couple of months are going to look like for him. I think I see him now. Let's go meet him. Mark, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How are you doing? Look, so Mark, last time we saw each other, we were on Westminster Bridge, the Lambeth side, where you were holding your sign. As a gentle reminder that Hamas are still indeed a terrorist organisation. You are now here for your bail application. In early December, you will find out if you're going to be charged or not. And these next few months are going to be determined by your bail conditions, which you'll find out today.
Yeah, that's the current thinking, is that they will prepare their case or drop the case over the next few months, and that's what they mean by a pre-charge. So this is what we're currently in, a pre-charge. I haven't even yet been charged. Yeah.
So today, what is the best case scenario and what is the worst case scenario for you?
So for myself and for NIAC, the best case scenario is that they drop all the bail conditions. As you know, they're ridiculous. I'm not allowed to speak to NIAC. If he was here now, I wouldn't be able to talk to him. So that first would be the best condition, that we're at least able to talk to each other now. Then, of course, I'm not allowed to go to any protests, and nor is he. And then, of course, the fact that we can't enter Westminster, the most bizarre of all the conditions. So, yeah, the best case scenario would be that they lift these bail conditions. You say the worst case scenario, of course, they may not. I have no idea why they wouldn't. Who knows? I don't know how the magistrates think, but it's possible that they will keep the bail conditions in place. And then I will have to do a few more gentle reminders like we did on Westminster Bridge. But it will get complicated. I don't know if you saw the other day, I wanted to go to the memorial on 9/11. There's a memorial in London for the 67 Brits that were killed, murdered during the 9/11. I wanted to go to that memorial. I couldn't because it was in Westminster and something else was taking place in Westminster. Yesterday I was going to a meeting in Westminster, and I had to then sit and decide, was the Palestinian action covering a Barclays Bank with red paint in Mayfair, was that a protest? I have to decide, because if it is a protest, I can't go into Westminster. So, the whole thing is shocking. It's ridiculous.
So you're living your life in a lot of uncertainty right now?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I think Mark is coming out. Mark, you've just had your bail application hearing. How did it go? Can you tell us what happened?
So on my side, they've lifted my bail conditions. I'm allowed to attend protests again. I'm allowed to go to Westminster if other protests are going on. But shockingly, they've retained conditions on NIAC, and it's shocking that they retained them, and the explanation that they gave is the most shocking thing. I mean, it's just phenomenal. So basically, they've retained the condition that he mustn't attend any protests to do with Palestine and Gaza anywhere, on a Saturday, right? Unless he's got prior permission to be there, right? But the arguments and the justifications that the police were using to do that, they basically said that he can't be allowed to go to these events because his presence, his mere presence, antagonizes the people on the other side on the march. And that the poster, and this is the thing, the police actually said the poster we recognize is not illegal, we recognize it's a statement of fact, but the Hamas, a terrorist poster, also antagonizes the marchers. And they're basically saying that they can't do their job.
The police consider the sign saying Hamas a terrorist as a provocation, and that sort of begs the question, why would you find that in any way offensive?
Yeah, exactly. Even if you were campaigning for justice for Gazans or better, facilities or whatever, more humanitarian aid going in, you would think that you would at least concede that Hamas are terrorists. And that's why this message needs to keep being sent out, and that's why obviously we can't accept these kinds of conditions.
All right, Mark, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming down.
So Mark's bail conditions have been lifted. He is now free to enter the city of Westminster on the day of an Israel-Gaza-related protest. He's also free to attend Israel and Gaza-related protests as well. He's also free to now speak with Nayak Gorbani. However, Nayak's bail conditions have not been fully lifted. So we will keep you updated as to what happens.